Hello class 10. Today we are going to continue with our chapter 4 where we will read the causes of the revolt of 1857. So we will see that this period from 1757 to 1857, this period of 100 years was a period of revolts and revolution and uprisings. Many revolts, rebellion and uprisings took place during this time against the British misrule, and there we will see that in this period, in this 100 years after the Battle of Plassey and till the revolt of 1857, all the revolts which took place were easily suppressed by the British. And after this, when in 1857 the revolt of 1857 broke out, it was not easy for the British to suppress this rebellion. That is why this rebellion has been called as the Great Revolt of 1857. It was a great revolt with wide-scale participation of the people from different fields, from different sections, from different classes. Now what we'll see is that before we go into the details that how many people and from which class people participated in this revolt, we will first see the causes that actually led to the outbreak of the revolt of 1857. Now, first and foremost is the social cause. There we see that in the social cause, the social interference of the British in social matter led to the social outburst in India. So the British were interfering in the social matters of the Indians, that we have seen that they were passing the acts like the banning of sati, the Widow Remarriage Act was passed. Due to these passing of acts which were actually good for the society, but the Hindu Orthodox community did not accept that these rituals of Hindu customs should be banned, or the widow remarriage was started. These things were not accepted by the Orthodox Hindu section. So these people did not like the interference of the British in the social matters of Indian, and they took this chance to take part in the revolt of 1857 when it broke out. It was first started by the sepoys. So when it was started by the sepoys, this section also burst in revolt against the social interference of the British. That is, the British were interfering in the social customs and social rituals of the Indian people. Mainly we see that in the social matter, the conversion of Christianity also played an important part, which we can add in religious cause. In religious cause, we see conversion of people into Christianity played an important part. There we see that in religious matter, the British were, playing an important part. They were playing the missionary activities like opening, setting up of educational institution in different places. And in this scenario, many people were converting into Christianity. They were encouraging people to convert into Christianity. And they also passed the act that if a son is converted into Christianity, they cannot be deprived from their father's property. So this also angered the Orthodox section of the Hindu religion, and they took this opportunity to take part in the revolt of 1857. Next we will move on to the military grievances and the military cause of the revolt of 1857. In the military cause, we will see that the militaries were also very much dominated, and they were tortured in the British contingencies. What happened is that Indian soldiers were always dominated and they were never given high posts. Also they were not given pension, and they were forced to go into warfare which had huge chances of casualty. So these were the factors which had angered the Indian armies, Indian sepoys for long, and with these we see the British were now forcing the Indian sepoys to cross the sea. Crossing the sea was a taboo, was not allowed in the Indian society during this time, and as the British were forcing the Indian soldiers to cross the sea, this became a cause of concern for the sepoys, and the sepoys broke out in discontent in different places. Now also we see that the Sikhs who were not willing to cut their beard and hair as a custom, as their own religious custom. They were also forced to perform these things like shaving their beard and cutting off their hair, which was not liked by the Sikh soldiers. Apart from this, in different other contingencies, we see they tried to create a disunity among the sepoys based on the religion. Also, we see that this sepoys, the Indian sepoys, were never given a high post or promotions, and the salary was also very low as compared to the European soldiers, whereas they were working more, but their salary was very low. Now, in this situation, we see that the sepoys broke out in revolt, and in the revolt of 1857 they were already smoldering with flame, and they finally broke out in the revolt of 1857. Next, we can see the economic cause of the revolt of 1857. Economically, we see that the Indian economy suffered a great deal due to the misrule of the British government, or due to the British administration. The British brought about many changes in the economic system of India, which were not accepted by the peasant community or the tribal community. And due to this class also got involved in the revolt of 1857 in some places, of course. So economically, we see they were exploiting India from the time of the Battle of Plassey, that is from 1757. The British were, torturing, the looting Bengal, they are looting different parts of India, and we see that they started Plassey plunder, that is looting wealth of Bengal. After that, they started collecting taxes from different places, that is Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. They are collecting their taxes from. They also got Allahabad by payment of a very small amount, and Delhi was already under their control because Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II was defeated. So in this situation, the economy of India was suffering, and economically India was completely devastated. In this situation, the British introduced new land revenue policies like the permanent settlement, the Rayatwadi settlement, the Mahalwadi settlement. These settlements were introduced, which were not accepted by the land communities like the peasants, the artisans. They did not accept these type of new land revenues, where the taxes were very high. And we see that middle class people like the zamindars, money lenders, were also created by the British. They created the zamindar class, who became the owner of the land, and the peasants or the farmers' right on the land was completely taken away. So these also created a problem in the economic sector, and there we see that the people rose and rebelled against the British misrule. So apart from these things, we see that whatever they were taking, the taxes, high amount of taxes that they were taking from India, these taxes they were not using for the welfare of the Indian people, but they were taking away this tax in their own country for the development of their army, or for the development of their business, that is trade. So due to this, the Indian people were angered, and they took this chance of the revolt of 1857 to rise against the British misrule. So economic factor played an important part in the rise of the revolt of 1857, or in the breakout of the revolt of 1857. Other than this, we see the most important factor, or the immediate cause of the revolt of 1857, was the introduction of the Enfield rifle. There we will see that immediate cause was the introduction of the Enfield rifle. Now we know that this was the very infamous rifle which all the soldiers refused to use during this time, when already all the people, all the classes, especially the military, were smoldering with flame against the British. They introduced another thing, that is the Enfield rifle, where it was said that the cartridge of the rifle had to be teared off with teeth before loading, and the cartridge had cow and pig fat, and as this cartridge had cow and pig fat, so both the Hindus and the Muslims refused to use this rifle, because cow is holy for the Hindus and pig is unholy for the Islamic people, as you all know. So during this time, these soldiers, the Hindus and the Muslims, jointly, unitedly, they started fighting. against the British misrule. So the British from the beginning tried to create Hindu-Muslim disunity. They tried to divide the Hindus and the Muslim, but the opposite actually happened. The Hindus and the Muslim fought shoulder to shoulder, they joined hands and fought soldier to soldier. So what happened is that during this situation, this immediate cause of the introduction of Enfield rifle acted as the most important immediate factor, and the revolt of 1857 finally broke out. It actually started in Barakpur, we see, on 29th of March. It started in Barakpur by Mongol Pandey in Barakpur contingency, but the actual revolt started on 10th of May 1857 in Meerut. So in Barakpur contingency, it was just a small beginning of the revolt, where Mongol Pandey first raised the banner of rebellion among the sepoys. He was the first to raise the banner of rebellion, but they did not have any leader. But on 10th of May 1857, from Meerut, the rebels actually raised or actually began the revolt of 1857. So these are the causes of the revolt of 1857. In next class, we will see the participation of different places or different rulers in the revolt of 1857. Thank you.